Hello guys, today I'm going to review my measurement of ripples on the self-made bench power supply. I put the load 115 ohms to my bench power supply, and we now hear 16.2 volts and 100 milliamps the current. So now we can measure some ripples on this my oscilloscope. So how we make it? We put a ground on the ground props on the ground props. So now we put the main prop on the plus wire. So we have offset on the oscilloscope. So how can we see the offset oscilloscope? How can we remove this offset that we can see the ripples of our bench power supply? Let's go to the menu of the channel. Yeah, and we can go to the measurement of DC. Change on AC. So we put our line on 0. So now we can make much more gain, and we can see the ripples. And we can see the ripples of the power supply, and we can measure the ripples, the noise of my bench power supply. So the ripples are now we can look at the ripples. What does it mean? What this ripple means? It means we can measure these ripples. We can put the cursor and take it manual and try to track it. A, B, C. We can put it manual. Maybe we can put it auto. Where's the cursor? Non item. We can put it manual. So we can measure our ripples. Cursor B. Cursor B. We can measure our cursor. Cursor A. we can measure the frequency. We can measure the frequency. The frequency was oh, need to no, not that, so we can peak to peak, measure to peak to peak. Measure peak to peak, we have and frequency. We can watch frequency. Frequency was 13 to 64 megahertz. The band of this noise is from 11 to 80 megahertz. So we can see this noise. We can also measure the voltage of this noise. So we can measure the voltage of this. So now we can put the voltage line here and measure the voltage. The voltage is the vertical voltage peak to peak. We can measure 10 millivolts. We have 10 millivolts noise. We have 10 volts of noise on my power bench supply. The load is warm. So in this way we can measure the noise of my self-made power bench bench power supply. Not bad. Thank you for the watching. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the watching.